Alright, it is almost July and only 8 weeks to go until the Leadville 100 trail race. My plan this morning is to do 7.5 miles on the road, come back here and change into my trail shoes, and then head up into these trails over here, where I will do another 10 miles or so on the trails. And whilst up there, I will let you know what has gone down in the last 7 days and what is going to go down hopefully in the next 7 days. So let's get to it. All right. All right, that is 7.7 miles done on the road. Changed my shoes, refilled my water bottle, leaving the clock run. Plan now is to head up into the hills. Just one thing to let you know, I am trialing a running belt today. I was watching a good YouTube video with Anton Krupichka running the Leadville a couple of years ago, and he used the belt, so I'm gonna give it a go if it's good enough for Anton. The other thing that I'm doing that I never normally do is every 20 minutes, like clockwork, I'm taking about 100-110 calories of food. I'll show you what I'm eating when we get up in the hills, but time to make our way on up there right now. Okay, and here we are. That section down there was a little bit of a stream that needed to be jumped over the last time I was here. Fully dried out now. I also ran up this section the last time I was here, but I came straight over from the house. Now I've got that race feel where there isn't a hope in hell I'd be running up this in a 100-mile race. Oh yeah, new sunglasses as well. Claire has the car, and since we just got back from Sequoia yesterday, both my pairs of sunglasses are in the car. So thankfully I was able to rummage around and find this freebie pair that we got at the Kerry Way prize giving a couple of years ago. Kerry Way, done it 3 times before my videoing days. The last one was quite an escapade, so I wrote a race report that I'll throw on the screen here. You can read it if you so wish. A little bit of runnable ground, so in a race we would choose to break into a trot here. But yeah, trialing a few things today. So the belt, which I bought at Canyons Expo, because I love the idea of being able to run as free as you wish without a backpack tight against your back. All right, the other thing that I mentioned is, and I've just taken another chomp of 100 or so calories, is that today I am consuming about 100 calories, give or take, every 20 minutes. All right, so quick recap on the last 7 days. Let's see, mixed bag, but that's okay. My plan was to get kind of fit in the month of June, then a good training block in the month of July, and then recce and taper in the month of August, running up to the race on the 19th. Okay, so in the last 7 days, I did that 15.5 last Monday. Solid enough, and at the end of quite a long week of walking, running and time on my feet. Tuesday, if you recall, I was a bit exhausted, so I did nothing, rested all day. Happy days. Wednesday, what did I do Wednesday? Wednesday I just went out and did a nice easy 7.5, I think. Again, if I'm wrong I'll put the time up on the screen. Maybe if I'm right I'll do it anyway. Thursday I did a tempo run, didn't I? Yeah, I did. I was hoping to do 4 by 15 minutes, but the legs were going on the third one, so I said let's just call it there. My error in the tempos at the moment is by breaking it down into shorter segments, I'm putting too much effort into each one when I should pull it back a little bit. I'm tending to do 6-minute miles or a little bit over that when really that's not my tempo pace. So and you might think that that's a great thing, yeah, you're running faster, but really it's tiring you out, you're not getting the benefit in a number of different ways, so I need to cop myself on. But that was Thursday. Thursday evening we travelled up to Sequoia, so that was a long driving day in the afternoon, about 5 hours or so, and then Friday we went into the park. We took it as a nice leisurely day, just looking out over overlooks, seeing the amazing General Sherman. Phenomenal, absolutely phenomenal. These enormous columns, cylinders of wood just towering up into the sky. It was just mind-blowing. I can never look at an ordinary tree again in the same way. Can't really give myself any time on Friday. Saturday, we did a nice walk up to Little Baldy. One of the incredible things about the national parks over here is just these enormous areas of wild open space, wilderness, that just, as far as the eye can see, there are no roads, no houses, no nothing bar wilderness. It's amazing. All right, then back on track on Sunday. Sunday we went back down towards the General Sherman area and did a big, beautiful 12-mile loop, which took in pretty much all the big sites down there. Walk, run, not all that much running. It was more of a sightseeing tour, but there was some running in there, and it was 12 miles all the same. No, up onto the High Sierra Trail and Eagle View and Tarp's Log and a couple of other huge sequoias. Really, really amazing. We're doing the Baldy, what would you call it, triumvirate, having done Baldy Peak 2 weeks ago, and Little Baldy on Saturday there. We did Big Baldy on Sunday on the way out. It was about 4.5 miles, I think, give or take, round trip. And that was also really, really nice. We were the only ones on it because it was kind of the end of the day. Oh, and then Monday, before we left Sequoia and Kings Canyon, actually, Grants Grove is in Kings Canyon. The two national parks are joined together. We did a, how long was that? That was about 8.5 mile loop around Grants Grove. All right, and because Friday, Saturday, Sunday, Monday didn't really have all that much running in them. I know we did a good bit of time on our feet, but realistically there wasn't very much running there. I wanted to come out and do a long run today, so I had intentions of doing a particularly long run, but after the drive I decided let's not go crazy. I'm not a big fan of particularly long runs anyway. I think they leave you drained and take the quality from your other runs later in the week. The reason I was thinking of doing it was kind of along the lines of what I'm doing today anyway, around training on nutrition and what I'll be carrying, but I'm doing that anyway on a shorter run. Oh, by the way, were you watching the Western States over the weekend? Courtney the Walter, I mean, really, I feel sorry for Katie Scheid. She also broke the women's record that had stood for 11 years, only to do it in a year when Courtney the Walter comes along and just completely blows it out of the water. And Tom Evans winning for the men. Also very nice to see. He's a bit of a character, that fella. Almost time for my next 100 calories. What are we in? 2 hours, and I'm already getting quite tired of these bars. Let me show you what I'm eating. I'm on these RX bars. I have a couple of different types of ones, but they're 3 egg whites, 6 almonds, 4 cashews, 2 dates. No bullshit. But so I have a very interesting week ahead myself. Tomorrow I have arranged a Zoom call with the man who volunteered to be my pacer at the Leadville 100. I met him for the first time at Canyons and we got on very well. And he reached out and said, if you need a pacer, let me know. Another man that I'm hoping to have a conversation with this week has finished the Leadville 100 16 times, no less. A very good friend of mine, Glenn, in Frisco, in Colorado, put me in touch with him. So I dropped him an email earlier on today, so hopefully I can have a conversation with him, ask him all my questions, pick his brain on race strategy and the course, and I'll fill you in on that next week. And finally, the other non-running specific item that I intend to do this week is I joined the Leadville participants Facebook page, and when I went onto it this morning there was an ad there that said Coros are one of the race sponsors, and you can pay a deposit, get a Coros watch, use it for your training and your race, I think, although they didn't specifically say that, and then if you want you can give it back and get your money back. So I'm pretty sure I'm going to do that. So hopefully by this time next week I will be sporting a new Coros watch, because this Garmin Fenix 5 has messed me up every chance it got. Why do I hold on to it? Well, it's like they say, it just doesn't hurt enough. Oh man, are you kidding me? Oh, haven't been over here before. Beautiful. This is the other thing I hate about American trails. You just come to dead ends. This is clearly specifically for the purposes of servicing this electrical pylon. Yeah, back up again. All right, well, at least we've learned this is a dead end over this way with a beautiful view. All right, but back to the running side of things. So as I mentioned, we're coming into July now and it's time to get serious. You know, I've laid down a good solid foundation. The fitness is pretty much there, I would say, and now it's time to grind. I want to put in some hard weeks over the next 4 weeks such that I'm feeling ready for my taper come the beginning of August. At this stage in the week, the way I think I'll break it up is we'll get to somewhere in the region of 18 to 20 today. Yesterday, what did we do yesterday, Monday? Oh yeah, we did that 8 miler in the morning. I'll take it. So that'll take me up to about 28. I'll have an easy day tomorrow just after today. So I'll do probably maybe that first run I did today, that kind of 7.7 miles easy. Thursday I'm thinking I might take easy again for the purposes of doing a tempo run on Friday, because we're heading down to Mexico on Saturday morning. I'm not quite sure what the running is going to be like down there, but if I do a tempo run on Friday, it kind of sets me up that if there isn't that much over the weekend, I've still done that hard session before we go. And speaking of tempo sessions, I will probably do 2, maybe 3 more tempo sessions, I think. I think it's important to do enough of them that you've kind of got the good from them, so to speak. And you might argue, why do tempo sessions? It's not like you're going to be doing 6.5 minute miles in Leadville. But there is a strong argument for it increasing your overall ability to, let's just say, do well. But at the same time, they're hard, and I want to get more race specific as we get closer to the race. So 2, maybe 3 more tempo sessions. Another dead end. Crappy pylons. But goal this week, running wise, long run today, tempo on Friday, and everything else just building bulk. Get to 60 miles, and that'll be enough. You know what I'm going to say, right? 2 hours 20, time for another 100 calories. Alright, that's 15 miles. I think I'm going to start heading back to the ranch. I'm very quickly running out of water, so civilization is over here somewhere. Alright guys, that's it for this week. I haven't felt that dehydrated since Canyons by UTMB. Alright, over and out for now.